Hey y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Now, usually we don't do a video this, point in the week, but something really special came in. It hurt me terribly if this came in while I was at work, but if you didn't know, we got it in. Our card back from grading. Now, I asked a couple videos ago, if anybody could guess which one it was. Well, obviously it was this one. Oh, I think I accidentally sneak peeked a little shine in back there. Houndoom. Ooh, sweet child of mine. And something else back there, thunderous, a reverse hollow, but get out here, trash. Look at that. Oh my job. And that's right, it was that Charizard, the hyper rare, number 228, I believe, out of that Obsidian Flames pack that we got from that Mabosstiff Box EX. So, obviously, we're really excited this is here, but I just want to take a moment and kind of talk to y'all about why I went with tag instead of PSA. So, that is not to say that I'm never going to use PSA. It's just that tag just seemed like the right service to use for me, especially at this time in what we got going on, especially down here at the Pokétonk when everything's wild and changing all the time. So the tag just seemed to have was more collector oriented, which that's kind of what I'm more towards. I mean, there may be a time when we'll go to PSA and maybe have a higher graded value card. This one, no, I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it was cheap, but with tag and with the turnaround times we are going to have with them and everything, we just chose to go with them this time. And I'm super excited. It looks like this slab is going to be really clean. This is my first time grading anything ever. So I really hope you all enjoy it. And we're actually, before we reveal the card, I'm just going to show you that submission process as it is with tag. Okay? All right, let's get to it. How's it? Y'all, and we're back. So let's just go through kind of, the website and how to do a submission and then what happens after you submit it. So open up your browser. You can just type in taggrading.com up there. It's going to bring you to this home page. Now, with any grading service, they're probably going to make you do a profile. That way you can actually do your submission. And then from there, once you get all that set up, you're just going to come right over here to grading. Just click that grading button right there. It's going to pull up. Anything you want to know, how they grade, what kind of scale they use, uh, and then their actual services. So you're going to pick whatever service you want. Shows what all it's included in, estimated turnaround time, insure value, all that. And do not be dumb and not read like I did, because I got really frustrated with this because I was like, well, it's been 15 days. Why hasn't it come back yet? That's business days, Monday through Friday. All right. So don't get frustrated with that. It's similar with PSA and all the other ones. I just didn't know that because it's the first time. But in any case, you're going to pick whichever one works for you. So hit select. Then from there, it's going to pull you to here. Shows you what's all included with whatever service you picked. Select any upgrades, and just like I did with this one right here, got that mystery foil wrap. That way it's a surprise for you and me, right? And then if you want to do a submission kit or not, we'll talk about that here in a minute. Yes, it's $49.95, $50 basically, but I want to tell you right now, I regretted not getting this, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But in any case, you want to how many services of this service you want, how many cards you're going to use. You're going to hit add to cart. Going to pull up see if you want anything else, and then you're going to pull up your cart. Yep, there you go. Boom, boom. Ask you about that. Then you're going to verify your subtotal and check out. Now it's going to pull up. Hey, what contact information do you want to use? Where are we delivering it? Picking your shipping method. That way you can actually calculate your shipping costs, and then your payment information. And people go, well, if you made a profile, why you have to put it in again? Well, they're just making sure it's actually you're wanting it to come back to you. Okay. maybe want to send it off, give a little gift to somebody, who knows. Maybe you want to send it to a P.O. box instead because you're worried somebody's going to follow to your house and try to scalp you out the door. I don't, you know, I'm not an expert, but I think this is good because this kind of just verifies the information and makes sure that it's correct. All right, so it's on you at that point. And then once you got all that in, you're going to hit pay now. It's going to, once you put in your shipping, that total will change. Now my shipping costs, it may be different for wherever you're trying to ship from. That shipping you pay is only for the return shipping from Tag back to you after your order's done. Now PSA is kind of similar way. If you don't do that submission kit, which I'm about to show you here in just a second, you have to go, like I had to some UPS store, shipping store, whatever, and then pay for shipping to get it to Tag. And with that, you're having to do it just like a PSA submission, where you're sandwiching it between cardboard, putting it in the rigid card holder and the penny sleeve beforehand, then putting the painter's tape on, and then you're praying and hoping that you did a good job and that's getting there safe. But as I want to show you here with Tag, they offer, yes, yeah, $50. I get it. But if you're sending in quite a few cards and they're really high value, you do the submission kit. Not only they're going to send it to you in how many ever days it takes to get to you. So when you do a submission, you're going to go through and be like, oh, yep, that's the cards I'm wanting to do. Yep, in that order, bam, bam. Yep, those are the right ones. You're going to verify that when you actually hit that submit button here and then go through that process. Then it's going to generate this packing list that's sent to you along with this kit. In that kit, they send you penny sleeves and rigid card holders, so you don't have to go out and buy your own. They're going to send you a rigid deck box to help further protect your submission, your cards. And then in there, you put that deck box back into this, and then what's all this? And then they're going to send you this, a safe case. Not only is this thing zipper up and Velcro tight, they even got a seal on there. That way, once you're done, everything's locked up, you're ready to go. You slap that seal on, and then in the packaging they sent you, you're going to put it back in there, and then there, with that $50, not all this, and the shipping to Tag and back is included in that price. And that is definitely why I regret not getting that submission kit. So once you send it off, you can even go to your profile. You can look at your order, and it shows you a progress report. When they get it, when they're starting your order prep, what they're doing, when and all the way to where it's getting shipped back. And then obviously you can look at the grade and in their grading report of why you got that, like right there as soon as it's done. I have not done that because, again, it's a prize for you and me, right? And another thing that I really liked is you can download media, that button right there. That is the authentication cert, the grading cert, all that like paperwork, that you would want to associate with this card if you ever wanted to resell it or show it off because you like the paper more than the card. Hey, you got it and it's free. All right, and then you can actually even look at your slab imaging. Again, we haven't done that, but that's all part of that process, and that is another reason why I really, really enjoyed this experience with tags so far, and I'm going to use them again in the future. Again, I'm not going to just solely use tag. I'm going to use PSA sometimes too. It just really worked out for me. But anyway, well, let's cut back over and let's see what grade we got with our first submission with tag with that Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames. All right, and we're off that rant, but all right, here's packaging. Obviously nice. Super excited. Hopefully that was helpful to y'all with kind of explaining the submission process with tag. And as we promised, oh, well, there's a lot more to go through. All right. Oh, little holder to put the slab in. Okay. I should have a mystery full. Ooh, hello. That is pretty nice. Alright. Alright, sorry. Super nervous, guys. So, a nice mystery foil pack. We are going to use old trusty case. Be extra careful. I want to turn it hopefully around. Gotta find the. Okay, that should have been the grade. Okay, a little speck on there. That's okay. Alright, alright. Here, we're gonna take this off. I'm not gonna look. I gotta switch my hands. Alright, now obviously, another reason I like tag is just the look right here instead of that sticker mark like PSA, but again, this is our first time, and we will probably do a PSA submission down the line, but for now, we are just super excited for this. And sorry for the long wait, but I think it's time to reveal our grade. Ready? God, I hope it's a 10. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I'm not super angry about that. 9 mint, a score of 947. Sorry if you can't see that really well. 947. We were 3 points off of having a 10. Well, you know, it still is really cool. I really appreciate that this is my first slab, no matter where it's from. Especially since I've never had or pulled a Charizard, even through childhood and even through now. I really like the look of this. I think it looks really sweet. And that is not me just trying to hype it up. Like, I'm actually really happy with how this slab has come out. And they've done a nice job keeping it looking good. Looks like they even cleaned it up a little bit. And you know, won't spare you all the details, but I'm going to actually look and see why I got that score there with that QR code. So super excited. And he is probably going right there. I'm going to have to find a holder for him because actually it looks pretty good right there. He may just stay right there. All right, y'all. Again, sorry for how long this one was. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all are coming back. Love doing this for y'all and for myself. You know, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, hell, tell the horse too, you know, and the neighbor's cat, whatever you got to do. But don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. Be safe, and I'll catch y'all later. Hey, y'all, look, it's that daggum Poketwang.